Okay, I wanted to do this video to talk about Adrien Broner, Paulie Malinaggi, and this great jump up from lightweight to welterweight, which so many people are getting so excited about. Let's just cut to the chase about this. Paulie Malinaggi, as far as I'm concerned, is done as a fighter. He's finished as a fighter. And if the fight against Kano didn't tell you something, then it's evident Paulie Malinaggi is finished. Kano went to Malinaggi's body and dropped him in the 12th round and could have finished Malinaggi off in the fight. And let's be honest, outside of BoxRec, who knows who Kano is? Okay, so Broner's looked at this opportunity and said, right, I'll move up to welterweight and take this fight against a guy who's a known non-puncher. And his movement isn't the same. Paulie Malinaggi, his movement now is nowhere the same as it was when he fought Cotto all those years ago. And I'm not disrespectful to Paulie Malinaggi. I think Paulie Malinaggi is great for the sport. He's a great talker. And, he said he's got all the money in the world to do what he needs to do. Retire, my friend. But he'll go on, and I expect Broner will move up to welterweight and give him a good hiding. I don't see Paulie Malinaggi beating him. I think Malinaggi's always struggled against guys that were physically stronger than him. I think Broner's going to be physically stronger than him. I can't see Malinaggi hurting Broner. And for this particular fight, I see Broner winning the fight by stoppage. As against Malinaggi, we're talking here, who's a non-puncher, who's been dropped by a guy, I don't know who he is in Kano, and who doesn't move the way he used to. I think Malinaggi, even at his best, on his best days, wouldn't be Broner. If you think of the way Amir Khan man handled him and the way Hatton man handled him, I just don't see how Malinaggi would trouble Broner. I'm going to make another point here. When you look into, guys are saying about, oh well, Broner should fight Brandon Rios. Brandon Rios will beat him. Yes, Brandon Rios is bigger and stronger. Doesn't make him better. Because you're bigger and stronger, it doesn't make you technically a better fighter. Rios fights with his face. And he's not a guy who's going to get behind a jab and jab you. So when Rios comes forward and throws all them wide hooks like he likes to throw, Broner's going to be able to block and counter as well. Look at it. But I think with Broner and with Mayweather, the only guys I think that stand a chance of beating them is by guys who've got a very good left jab. You've got to have a jab in these guys' faces all the time, because it doesn't allow them to set up the way they do. You flick a jab in the face, flick a jab in the face. If you look at the Mayweather fight, Mayweather's last fight against Cotto, I know Mayweather won the fight. I'm not going on about that, but look at the amount of times Cotto was able to hit Mayweather with the left jab, and Cotto's not really not known for his jabbing. He's known for getting inside and landing hurtful body shots. That's Cotto for you. Get you against the ropes and sting you. And I think a left jab, a guy with a left jab, is the key to disrupt guys like Mayweather and Broner. And the guys that they're fighting against, okay, let's example, the guys like with Gavin Reese, come forward brawler, don't really use a jab, gonna get knocked out. If you fight with your face, you're gonna get knocked out against guys like Mayweather, because that style is perfected and is excellent against guys that are brawlers. Okay, guys that box and move and use a jab and the thinkers are less likely to walk into counters, which makes them difficult fighters, much more difficult fights, because then you can draw their lead. So the counter puncher gets counter punched. Okay, so just my thoughts. I personally think the guy that beats Mayweather, if a guy ever beats Mayweather, it's going to be somebody who's got a good jab. I think Oscar De La Hoya showed the way with the left jab early in the fight. Oscar De La Hoya is known for stamina issues, and in the late rounds, Floyd's higher fitness rate was able to help him go down the stretch and win the fight. But Oscar's left jab was the key when he fought Mayweather early on, that Mayweather won the fight. So my point is not telling you here that I think Oscar De La Hoya can beat Mayweather. I'm just saying to you, points, keys on technique, on how to have a better chance of beating Mayweather or Broner. You won't beat them fighting with your face. I'm sorry, you just will not beat them fighting with your face. Right? You've got to have some boxing. You need to be a technical boxer to beat a guy like Mayweather and to beat Broner. Okay? So don't be surprised when you see guys brawling and they're supposedly big punches getting counter punched and beating the crap out of, because that's not good enough. Okay? Just my thoughts. When Sugar Shane Mosley left from light, think what you think about Sugar Shane Mosley. When he left from lightweight and he went up to fight Oscar De La Hoya, a prime Oscar De La Hoya, who was, I believe at the time he'd only lost one fight, which against Felix Trinidad. He was still prime Oscar De La Hoya, and Oscar De La Hoya was big and strong at the weight, at welterweight. That's different. Mosley went up, jumped from lightweight right up to welterweight to fight Oscar De La Hoya. That's different. What Broner's doing is just jumping at an opportunity. He's fighting a guy that's shot. I think Malinaggi's shot, and he should just be commentating and have a career commentating. But he's in it for the money. He said it himself. Good luck to him. You can't fault him for that. Well, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think. I'm out.